Hi, I'm Harry.
You and Aniq. What's up?
Yeah, sure. So what are we doing here today, Aniq?
Maybe all these years getting older, we've lost our sights. Maybe we just need an iris. Such a dad joke.
You know what? Let's do that.
One day, me and Harry are just minding our own business until we stumble upon Auto City, pretty much a city of cars, and we saw a Proton dealership, Proton Harima Automobil, which is pretty much the biggest Proton dealership in Kelantan, and of course, we went there.
Why are we here, Aniq?
I know, man. See the car.
We heard there's cars in here.
Yeah.
That one specific car as well.
We heard cars. That's enough. That's enough. That's all we need. That's all we need to get inside.
That's all we needed.
All the info we need.
And the kind people at Proton Harima Automobil was nice to actually let these two goofballs review their cars. Okay, what is going on, guys? Here we are at Proton Harima Kota Baru, and today we're gonna be reviewing the Proton Iriz. So first things first, from the first outlook, how this thing looks. So me personally, I'm a huge fan of the design. The design looks very aggressive, even the eyes, the narrow eyes, and the very aggressive grille.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
it looks like my V.
Myvi, yeah, that's because it was a competition for the Myvi. The Proton Iriz was Proton's response when Produa made the Myvi. But I have to admit, the first generation of the Proton Iriz wasn't really that good, but they really redeemed themselves with the next generation, which is this one. This is the 1.6 Iriz Active, and this is the highest trim out of 3 trims. And so by being the competitor of the Myvi, which is a Malaysian favorite car, it really has a great shoe to fill, because as Malaysia knows, Myvi is king, and even though
My V is king of the road.
yeah, it's the king of the road. It does things, crazy things. It even flies at some point, even goes into the sea. Myvi is just crazy. I don't know, man.
Oh, they make a name for themselves there.
Okay. So, as you can see here, beside here, these fender flares really makes it look like an aftermarket part, and it makes the car look even more wider. Even though the original width of the car was already wide, but this put on like half an inch or an inch more wider than the original car that didn't have these fenders. But it really adds to the sporty look along with these wheels. I'm a fan of these.
Yeah, the white body just adds to it.
Yeah, this I like. And moving on to the rear, the tail lights up here, along here, it gives a really aggressive look from front to back, along with the spoiler and this single wiper. There's active, and along with the bumper, bumper design, really sporty. I'm a fan. I'm gonna say that. I'm a fan. I'm a fan so much because I'm really a fan. Even though I have a car, I'm not that huge of a hatchback fan. Like some people really love hatchbacks, but this car just gets me the right way.
Because unlike the others where you see like normal civilian cars with hatchbacks, this Iris somehow got more design than any other cars I've seen.
You know what this is? This is the FK8 for hatchbacks.
This is the FK8 of
Yeah, this
Proton.
is the FK8 Type R for hatchbacks. Just the design is just so much and it looks so sporty. I love it.
It's there.
Yeah. So this is the design of the car. It just got these up here on the roof, and which really helps with aerodynamics.
Yeah, if you guys see right here, there's this like little bumps over here. So they got like 2 bumps, and this is to like fix their direction when they're moving.
What do you call? What do they call?
Aerodynamics.
What do you call it?
I don't know. What do you call them?
I'm not the smartest man. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
What we all know is that it helps with the aerodynamics. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we go to the interior now?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. The interior. I'm seeing a lot of red.
Not gonna
Red
lie.
accents.
Not gonna lie. Everything in here is just black. Like the cushion, the seat, like the dashboard, like
Steering wheel.
like everything about this is black. But if you see like right here how red this seat belt is, yeah. I don't think this is just for like civilian ride anymore.
This is technically a sports car. This is how the Satria was supposed to be designed, like the interior.
Yeah, even though you can see like Satria is like all black, all very sporty like, but on the inside it's just like another car.
It very much looks cheap for the Satria, but the design for this one, I like it very much. You know, from the gauge cluster, the meter, and also the infotainment system is just here. And if I'm not mistaken, there's also voice command. Like if you call Proton, call me Mr. something. I don't know. I forgot the name.
Call me Mr. the Boss. Call me the boss.
So yeah, it has voice commands, which is very advanced. Given though I have to admit they take some of their technology from Geely, which is the Chinese brand that's taken over Proton. But for me, in my opinion, this is the good kind of change. Not like just taking a whole complete car and just rebadge it into another. Like
yeah, they did not just like remake it or rebrand it into something else.
This is just an additional item inside of the car. Everything else is just them. And so let's see. This car is equipped with DCT transmission. And how's the seat? How's the seat feeling?
The seat feels really good. Like if you can see from what we're looking at right now, what we're feeling right now, there's like this little curve that makes whenever you sit in here, you feel like you're just placed in there perfectly.
It's like a semi bucket. It's called a bucket seat.
It's called a bucket seat. It feels nice.
But it's not a bucket seat. It's trying to be a bucket seat, but it's not.
It's a bucket seat wannabe.
Semi bucket. It's still not a semi bucket. Okay. So moving on. Okay, from these red accents along the steering wheel. The steering wheel has this leather around it, and also around with the red stitching, and it's got the volume and the call button.
So it's basically like any other steering wheels then.
Now the steering wheel now. But the thing is about this, like people really prefer these kind of steering wheels where it's like analog in some way, it's still buttons, compared to nowadays, like such as some Mercedes, they have screens, not really screens, like touch it's just icons on the steering wheel. You just touch it, but it's hard.
It's more of a touch screen than buttons anymore.
Yeah, and the thing about that is you don't really know if you press the button or not, unless if they add haptic feedback where it vibrates every time you touch it.
Yeah, then you'll know that's the indicator that you did press something.
Yeah, so it's a very important thing. It's a driving hazard if you like keep looking down on the steering wheel to see if you press it or not. Okay.
That's also why they don't just like freaking made everything into touchscreen. Cause if you imagine how you're gonna change the gears in the car, and it's just touch buttons, and you don't know, you just gone to like parking all of a sudden in the middle of the highway. You're done for.
Right, but it's an auto. It's an auto. You don't money shift in an auto. But this is a CVT transmission. So I know a lot of you guys hate CVT transmission because, well, there's no feel to it. But this is how do you say this? It's not a sports car, and it's supposed to be a daily drivable car, but at least it's giving you the sporty feel to it, because this thing,
from the inside it really looks sporty.
Yeah, it looks sporty with this active on the side.
Yeah, it's like embedded into the door. Feels good.
Yeah, along with this, the climate control reminds me of GT86. Yeah, it really reminds me of the 86.
It's modern, but also it keeps all the like old designs in there still.
The analog feel.
Yeah.
So air conditioning, you don't question the air conditioning of a Proton. Proton air conditioning is one of the best because it's really cold. It's either you're not getting any heat at all, and then just cold. It's really cold. There's no in between. That's why the Proton AC is just one of the best. One of the reasons why you buy a Proton. So
like I'm seeing right here, like how much headspace we have. This is nice.
The headroom, I'm 185 centimeters. Is it 6'1"? I think it's 6'1", something like that. I think I'm 6'1".
180 plus.
Yeah, pretty much 180
plus.
Yes, we're not Americans. We're just centimeters instead of feet. I'm not a feet fantasizer.
Sorry you guys out there. But if you can see like what we're seeing right now, the black leather, the red stitching all over the car, interior, it looks so good. Like even at the back, like they didn't waste any time at all to design all of this. They really did take their time to like make sure everything is designed just like what the front should be. So not gonna lie, we really did meant today to like get this car on the road.
But fate isn't on our side today. But in the next review, hopefully we can get a car going and running, so we can do a on the road review and feel and pretty much tell you how the car feels driving. And this car, for the price of from 50 plus to 70 plus K ringgits, is a bargain really for compared to my V, because we have to keep mentioning my.
Oh wait, you didn't mention the best part.
What?
The control.
Yeah, the control. Is this car? It's got
Alright, get ready for it.
It's got good handling because, drum roll, suspension tuning by Lotus.
Let's go.
That's why it's so good, because if you think Lotus, you don't think like fast hypercars or sports cars such as Ferrari. That's Ferraris and Lamborghini stuff. You think of Lotus, you think of handling, lightweight, weight savings. So this is essentially you're buying a Lotus with a Proton badge.
Basically, a luxury traction control.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see where you're coming from, but this car does come with traction control, and if I'm not mistaken, there is a way to turn off the
Here it is.
TCR. Yeah, there. There's a way to turn off the traction control. It's got econo mode, the parking sensors. I don't think there's a 360. No, there's no 360 camera, but it does have a reverse camera, so that's good. And also, as I was saying earlier, it's a competitor to the Myvi, because why Myvis are people of Malaysia are stuck up with why Myvi is just the best, because it's just a mentality. People don't really see Iris because it's been overshadowed by the Myvi. But in terms of the whole car's performance, the experience, the comfort, because I've ridden in Myvis before, I've owned a Myvi before. The handling, pretty much the whole experience, except for fuel consumption, Myvi takes the trophy for that.
Yeah, if you can see on Myvi really got that focus on them to make the most efficient fuel saving cars, like for basically daily drive cars. So Myvi really takes that.
But why sacrifice like the miles per gallon when you can have such comfort? Because you're driving this every day, you need to be comfortable. It's something that you can basically live with.
Yeah,
I know, I'm not
something you love.
Yeah. But I'm not saying the Myvi is not drivable at all. No, but this is just a better option at the similar price range.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it's got a 1.6. It's got 1.6. It's a shame they didn't put a manual transmission in one of these. The older Iris has a manual transmission, but this one only has the DCT.
Yeah, this is just auto. Just
Yeah,
auto in here.
but then again, it's a car you need to drive every day. It has to be comfy. It has to be easy to drive.
Yeah, you press gas, it goes go. That's it.
Yep.
Don't need to like manual transmission for sporty, not.
Yeah, because this is the kind of car you drive in the city, and you know how the traffic in the city goes and jams. You know how painful it is to drive a manual transmission car. For those who have driven
Release
manual
the clutch,
cars. Yeah.
change the gears for what? To move front like 5 to 10 meters. Oh
5
my
inches.
god.
You move 5 inches in front. Yeah, it gets tiring. So if you want to buy a car with sporty feel and at the same time more livability, you get this. If you want a sports car so bad, you can buy something like a Civic Si or a Golf GTI. You can have those for that. But something that's basically, for the price, lower than 100k.
So if you want
This
the
one.
like the combo of both, the sporty feels and the like city feels, this car right here,
Yeah.
he gets it. Okay, so yeah.
So maybe for now, the eyes of Malaysians are blinded and don't really see the potential of the Proton Iriz. But until they finally realize that they can also have some fun with minimal compromises, perhaps the Iriz will finally have the spotlight for Malaysian hatchbacks. See you guys in the next video.
Over. How does it feel to sit in an Iris?
Just like when I raise your mom.
What the